Hey BJMA family, welcome to the adult class week 2, session 2. I'm super excited about these. I hope you guys have been enjoying them. We are really excited because next week on Thursday, April 2nd, we are going to be going live with Zoom so that we can actually have classes and have some interaction between each other and between you guys and I, and it's going to be so much fun. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you guys are working hard at these videos. Are you guys ready to get started? I'm ready. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with just some quick warm-ups to make sure that we're ready to move around. So just start with arm rotations to the rear. And to the front. Very good. Now we're going to rotate the neck. Three, 4, and last time 5. Good. Now, go ahead and put your feet apart, and we're going to turn and reach. Do some helicopter. Turn and reach behind you. Now, make sure you don't try to go really far the very first time you turn, because if you do, you can injure your back. You want to kind of gradually work into that rotation. Very good. Okay, now let's just bring our knees up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, that should have us loosened up just a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into a fighting stance, and we're going to do some kicks, starting with a front kick. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch feet. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Switch feet again. All right, jab cross. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, you guys should be nice and warmed up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work our muscles and our legs just a little bit. So we're going to do some lunges, all right? These are going to be lunges in place. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand with your feet together. You're going to step out, go down to a lunge, then just come right back up to the same position and lunge again. And that way you don't have to move and have a large area to work in, okay? We're going to do 20 of these. Hands up, ready, and go. 4, don't forget to breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway through. 11, 12, 13, 14. Try to go all the way down so your knee touches the floor. 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, and 20. Very good. Okay, time for some tiger push-ups. So go ahead and get in a push-up position on the floor. Pull your toes up just a little bit so that you've got a little bend in your back. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to touch our nose down to the floor, then our chest, then we're going to reach up with our hips low, and then we're going to push back. We're going to try to make this one smooth motion. All right, here we go. We're going to do 10 of these. Nose, chest, look up, and back. That's 1, 2, back, 3, 4, 5, 6, don't forget to breathe, 7, 8, 9, last one. Here we go. Push through. And 10. Very good. All right, go ahead and stand up. Shake those arms out a little bit for me. And go ahead and sit down on your rear. The next thing we're going to do is called crab kicks. We're going to work on our core here. You're going to be in a crab walk position right here, trying to keep your tush up off the floor. You don't have to keep it very high off the floor, but a little bit, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to do a single front kick. Boom, and you're just going to hold it out there. We'll hold them out there for about 5 seconds, and then we'll switch to the other side. Ready, in 1. And switch. 2. Very good, and switch. 3. And switch. 4. And switch. 5. And switch. 6. And switch. Very good, you're done. Excellent job. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to plank for 30 seconds. Just go ahead and lay down on your tummy. Forearms on the floor, toes on the floor. Here we go, ready, and up. Halfway through. Don't forget to smile. This is fun, remember? "27, 28, 29, and 30. Go ahead and relax. Excellent job. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stand up. And now we're going to move into the technique part of our video today. This is something new that you guys probably haven't seen before. This is something I learned from a Kempo instructor, but I thought it was really useful, and so I want to teach you guys part of it. This is called Tai Sabaki, okay? Now, Tai Sabaki has several steps. Tai Sabaki in Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, just means movement, okay? Or a pattern of movement, a method of movement. And what this is going to do is teach you more diagonal movements than what we generally see in our Pumse. And that's one of the reasons that I like it so much, is because contrasted with what we do in our Pumse, it has diagonal movement. And that's important to learn. So, we're going to start by imagining ourselves in a square on the floor, okay? So if you think about a box around you, then you can think about an X going through the middle of that box. If you happen to have some tape at home, you could go ahead and tape you off a little box. If you wanted to, you could pause the video and do that, but you don't need it. You're just going to use your imagination here. Okay, so what we're going to think about is being in the center of that box, and we're going to move along those lines, okay? So we're going to start with moving along our line going to my right-hand side. It'll be your left, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're just going to step along that line and bring our back foot up to our heel almost with the ball of our foot on the floor, and then we're going to slide right back, okay? So that's movement 1. You just step out along the diagonal line and then right back, okay? Now we're going to follow the opposite not the opposite diagonal line, but the diagonal line going to your right, okay? So you're going to step, drag, and pull back. Just like that. Step, drag, and pull back. Good. Now we're going to pretend that there's a line bisecting that square right in half, and we're going to step along that to our right and then to our left, okay? So you're just going to step out and then back to center. Now step out the other direction and back to center. Now you're going to go to the back diagonally. So back diagonal and pull to a cat stance here, and then step back to the center, and then pull back to the other diagonal and cat stance there. Okay, and back to center. All right, so let's do those all together. With me, we're going to start to the front. 1, 2, side, side, back diagonal, okay? Here we go. Ready, and step, drag, and back. Step, drag, and back. Step to the side. Shallow horse right here. Back to center. Step to the side, and back to the center. Very good. Now back diagonal, back to your right. Make sure you pull into a cat stance there. And then back to your other side. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to add some hands into that, okay? So we're going to start with an outside block, but it's an open hand and palm out here. Okay, now notice how I chambered that. Boom, right here. That's important because you want to be clearing an arm or clearing some other part of the opponent's body out of the way as you do that. So our first step is going to be to the front diagonal, and we're going to outside block. And this one comes to our hip, just like it would in one of our normal pumse, okay? Now we're going to step back. Now we're going to go to the other side. Outside block here. Good. And back. Now, we're going to go back to our regular outside block. Boom, right here, as we step to directly to our side along that bisecting line. So step, outside block. Now notice I'm not coming to a cat stance here. I'm just coming to a regular stance right here, just feet apart and flat on the floor, okay? Back to the center. Out. Boom, here. Good. Now going to the back, we're going to do a high block. And of course, you guys all know a high block, so you're just going to step and boom. There's our high block. Now you notice I brought this other hand up in the center. That's usually grabbing something or clearing something out of the way, just like it was when I was going to the front with our outside blocks, okay? So step to the back and high block. And back to the center. Step to the other side and high block. And back to the center. Okay, so let's do that one all together. We're going to step and block. Step back. Step and block, step back. Step to the side, outside block. Good. Step to the side, outside block. Good. Step to the back, high block, and this is on a diagonal. Make sure you go to that cat stance. Step to the back, diagonal. Great. Okay. Now, in order not to make this video too long, I want to take a minute just to show you this next one and let you practice it on your own, but we're going to add some strikes in here. So I'm just going to go through it. I'm not going to instruct it. You guys can pause it and try to emulate me and practice it at home, okay? Very good. There it is. So you guys can practice that at home with those strikes, and that's kind of fun to do. That is Tai Sabaki, the first 4 movements. And, 6 movements. 2 times 3 is 6. I can do math. So the first 6 movements are there. So you guys can work on those at home, and I'll show you some applications for those, hopefully, when we get back into class. Okay, now let's get some stretching done for the day. So you're going to go ahead and just sit down. Put your feet straight out in front of you, and then spread them as far apart as you can. Excellent. Now just take your hands and push them behind you just a little bit and push yourself forward to get a nice stretch there in the groin area, in the inner thigh there. All right, now we're going to lean forward and reach for our right foot. Just hold that stretch. And switch to your left. Very good. Butterfly. Grab those ankles, not your toes. Push down with your elbows and lean forward. Try to keep your chin up as you lean forward. You don't want to curl up into a ball. You want to lean forward to try to push your back over your hips. Think about relaxing the muscles that are being stretched. And relax, very good. Okay, the last stretch that we're going to do today is called the seated quad stretch. So you're just going to go to your knees. You're going to kind of sit down on your heels here. You're going to take your hands and just walk them back. And make sure you don't lift your knees up off the floor in this drill. You want to keep your knees down so you're getting a great stretch in the top of your legs. Just walk yourself back until you feel that stretch and hold that position. This is also great for your ankles. Very good. Slowly walk yourself back up. Excellent. All right, guys, excellent job today. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try out that Thai sabaki, practice it in some different ways, and play with the versatility of it, and maybe you can figure out some applications on your own, and then we can play with those maybe during some of our Zoom classes. Have a great week, guys.